Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wolverine channel. I haven't went live in a while. I've been kind of, like I told you, under the weather, writing a lawsuit. You know, when you do it all yourself, it takes a lot of time. But I got 3 years. That's what's awesome about it. Well, about two and a half, maybe two and a half. And when I do it, this is going to be the master. That's why I've been really laid back, chilled. You know what I'm saying? Not going out. I'm going to prove to these pigs once and for all what law really is. When I walk around here, they run from me as it is. I chase them out of my neighborhood all the time. I don't want to cuss these men out. I don't want to talk vulgar to them. I don't want to be a disrespectful degenerate like they are, because that's exactly what I'm trying to point out. Is their lying, deceiving, manipulating ways that makes it no different from them to break the laws and rules of engagement that they have set forth by the Supreme Court. Terry v. Ohio is very specific, and I got tons of case law in this video to back this up, to show you that these guys out here that they call themselves auditors, this guy's got over 100,000 subscribers and he doesn't know what the word inarticulable hunch means. I'm going to prove it to you right now. Here, let's watch this. Let's watch this. It just makes me sick how you let them get away with it and not fight. You're not fighting at all. You sure you let them take it. Sure you do it, but you bitch them out in words that clearly identify the facts in Terry v. Ohio. Watch this. He's out with another auditor. Look. All he's doing is sitting up, walking around four corners. Period. They just passed that law.
Oh, well, there's something going on over here. Well, what's happening? Are they arresting Michael Taylor?
Oh, look at that. You got the sheriff's deputies and 3 different police officers that surrounded him without any reasonable, articulable suspicion at all of a crime being afoot. They only got suspicion. And he's not in a car. So now they need RAS, not probable cause. Hello?
I'm not resisting. Go ahead and do what you gotta do.
Look, sure, I understand not getting shot. I get it. Then don't do it. Because all you're doing is giving these guys an excuse to do it to the next guy every time and intimidate everybody that wants to observe their Second Amendment right. Just to observe it. Because the Declaration of Independence is very clear. We are to enjoy these rights. What do you think these 2 are doing right now on the sidewalk in the first traditional public forum? What do you think they're doing? I'm just saying. Is an arrest. Here it is. Arrest. It's supposed to find the foot. It was supposed to be suspicion. You can't have harm. You're most seen that, but it's stupid. All you did is give these guys more authority, Mr. Fisherman. That's all you did. And then they look for a reason to lock you up because you're wearing a feather. You need to know the law, man. You don't know it. I'm going to show it at the end of the video. Listen. They just passed this law. You see how open that is? It's just as open as the officer is. It's under the same law that the officer is. As long as you got a license to buy a gun, carry it any way you want in the state of Florida. And by the way, I'm going to point out something else. I'm going to give the cameraman here his props on trying to, roll with what the guy that don't know what he's doing right now, okay, that claims to know what he's doing, because I'm going to prove it in law, all right? And I'm not going to argue with him. I'm not trying to burn bread on the guy. I think what he's done is some good. But if he doesn't know this basic fundamental facts, then he shouldn't be doing it at all, because all he did was give cops that day more authority over him, just to say, well, suspicion was good enough for me and officer safety's first, so I'm going to disarm you, even though there's no crime afoot. Even though there's an accusation and there was not a crime that was not witnessed, there was not a witness at the scene. They didn't talk to a witness. They went straight to him and literally seized him and took his property, and then made him ID under duress.
Back there.
With him? I know who he is. What's going on? Okay. Is it the open carry thing?
Huh?
Is it the open carry thing? Which you're legally allowed to do?
You see that? We got a call, ladies and gentlemen. We got a call. Maybe we all should call and say, I seen an officer with shooting unarmed civilians for nothing. Maybe we should all call in to do that. Or maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I just think it's stupid. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard a cop say, knowing Terry v. Ohio. And the rest of the laws that back that up. There's like all the way up to 2015. You'll see it.
No, it's not over carry. That's not the problem. Okay. The problem is the call came in as him waving a gun at traffic.
Oh, he's not. Yeah, he's not doing that.
Have you been videoing the whole time?
Yeah. Not him the whole time, but I've been over across the street.
Okay.
But I know he wouldn't be waving his gun around.
Okay.
He knows better. He's a gun enthusiast, I would say. So I mean, he knows not to do that.
I got no problem with that. Like I got no problem with the over carry. We got no problem with it. But we just got to investigate. Just for our
safety.
That's why we're taking the gun.
I already had that.
So he's just being detained right now.
Years ago. 20 years older than most of you.
What's going on.
Okay. So it's all for now. It's just, it sounds like it's all hearsay. Somebody said he allegedly waved the gun around. Basically,
yes,
is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, just an investigation to find out what's going on.
All right. Well, I'll stay out of the way. I'll just kind of hang.
Somebody now, according to the warrant process in Terry v. Ohio, if there was a crime afoot, look at set 20. If there's a crime afoot, and if there's witnesses, they have to follow the warrant process and go get a warrant, because they did not see him commit a crime. It was a witness. And the judge has to determine whether the witness is telling the truth, let alone the cop. Do we all understand each other? Because that's what our Constitution was built upon.
Back here, and
the Fourth Amendment was built upon that. Warrants, guys. Not good faith, warrants.
Make sure it's good.
Like I said, I'm not
Recording too, right? I never saw.
Like they're pissing, they're taking their wee-wees out, ripping the Constitution up right in his face, right in our face, right now, and literally pissing all over I see them pissing on him, metaphorically. They're literally urinating all over him. And the weakest one of them all is holding him down. A little woman. Ain't that a bee?
Because of the actually out waving the gun. Not that you were just walking with it, you were waving. That's the only reason. Like I said, that's it. But we don't know that.
Just
My gun never left my hand.
You're totally fine. You're right there.
Ryan, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Buzz, what up, man? What up, William?
You said that you're right. You can ask for it. You said it's a CCW.
Yeah.
As far as that
Because, man, those of you that have come to this channel and learned off of me, you should know that the armed fisherman should have never let them. And he should have been using these words, and he's not. Even if they want to do what they're doing, they still do it. He just stripped their qualified immunity because he told them the law of the land. That's not the law of Ohio. That's the law of the land.
incident and whether or not the complainant, we're going to go through all of the no complaining. That's all. Yeah.
Falling back and say,
We're just telling how
Look at this. He's sitting here. Look, you hear him? Now he's cops. These pignoramuses are cops blaming him, right? Because that's what pignoramuses does. And for you Christians that's thinking that I'm calling them names, I'm not. God said they're all worthy of death in Romans. He said liars, cheaters, manipulators, backbiters. That's what these people are. These people are mentioned in First Romans. So you Christians out there that stand behind the blue and back the blue, you need to read First Romans, because the institution that allows them to do that is the highest in the Supreme Court. And they gave them the permission to lie, cheat, steal, manipulate. Do you understand me? Quit bootlicking.
We don't know until we get
What's wrong with our country? You got too many bootlickers. You got I understand rebellions. I even understand Title 8. ICE, they're doing their job. Oh, well, we shouldn't have had a retard up on there for four years with an open border letting 25 million people. My brother's dead because of those people that came in this country illegally. Just put it that way. That's all I'm going to say.
But you got to understand our point of view. We don't know, and I've never met you. She's never met you. We don't know.
but y'all.
No. We've heard more, but I don't know.
So like, we make it really.
Right. Yeah.
Coming in here.
Now,
Right.
I wouldn't, like I said, it's not that I'm willing to give up all my information. At the same time, I still have rights.
Oh, you absolutely do.
You know, and that was the thing about this is that I didn't do anything wrong. And if you're wrong, I'm not going to fight for it. But why? I know
That's it. It's just two different some information. You know what you're doing, we know what we're saying.
I know what I'm doing, and I know why.
Right.
I was just out here standing here on the sidewalk waiting I was just waiting at the car.
Even ICE, with what they're doing, they have reasonable articulable suspicion because they actually have warrants and a discontinue warrant to get them out of the country. A removal warrant signed by Joe Biden's and the following administration and what's Obama's all the way back, their procedures and how they, because Obama was the deporter-in-chief, if you go back and look at it, when they were separating the families, those pictures was taken in 2012, by the way. And then they blamed it on Trump. And not that I'm a Trumpster, I might have talked about them a few times and said, but you know what? They're all the same to me. They're all the same. They're a bunch of lying freaking pieces of garbage that all they want to do is capitalize off slavery. And I'm not down with it. I'm not down with it. That's why they let all the people in. Enslave them. They want them committing crimes. They want them to, so they could snatch them up off the street and put them in their jails. They don't want them in federal jails. They want them in their jails so they can get their money off of them. That's all they're doing. Has anybody else opened their eyes to this yet? It's modern day slavery. You know, singling out black people was too taboo, so they had to change up their freaking ways.
I'm just only reason I'm telling you that because I don't want them to hurt you. That's what's in it. That's all good. No, you're good. So absolutely.
all they want. Because I'm not going to contradict myself. I'll show the law here in a minute. See, for some reason, some of these guys think that laws, the only laws that they look at is the ones that apply to them, you know? And then they use this word democracy and say, well, fuck Title 8 in the Constitution. Fuck the Supremacy Clause. Lord, forgive me. Forget the Supremacy Clause that federal law supersedes all state laws. Right? Forget all that. No, we're going to go with democracy. Mob rules here. So our Constitution keeps on getting ripped up. That is why it happens, bootlickers, because you allow it to happen. I'm blaming the bootlickers because it's one free.
We're good.
We're good.
All right.
We feel safe now that we violated your rights and you complied. Gestapo's still here, ladies and gentlemen, and it comes in all colors and forms. Females, males, black, white, blue, yellow, orange. Did you see who detained one of the biggest race baiters out there? Long Island Audit that can't stand Caucasian white people, especially their authority. And I agree with him sometimes, but I think he's got a little prejudice in him. But it happened to be all people that looked like him that detained his ass and threw him off those property and exploited their supremacy on him. They were all Mexicans and Latinos.
So other than that,
This is very nice work here. And here, another black man. Here we are, another dark complected man that's carrying a gun. The same practices in 1960 is being played out right here.
I'm not under arrest. As of right now, I'm not under arrest, right? Okay. Hey, however you want to return my car.
He's up here.
However you want to. Yeah, it's.
Look, I no way this man right here, I don't like him, but there's no way he's a wuss. He's got balls. He should know the word inarticulable hunch. You cannot have an inarticulable hunch. You have to have reasonable, articulable suspicion. And I got 5 more case laws that backs that up after Terry v. Ohio.
You want to deliver back to me?
Means you got to sit and watch and observe to make sure there's a crime afoot or about to happen. And you didn't see him touch that gun once. Not once. Because he's got it all recorded.
They can't lawfully detain you though, like, you know, off of hearsay. They have, you know, they have to do an investigation.
I'm gonna give Liberty Troll his props because he wanted to call these guys out after they were done with him on the sidewalk law because they were trying to say that he couldn't. The reason why they created that law that you can't just stand on a corner as an ordinance because it's going off the old loitering. If you are in a constitutionally protected activity, you're not loitering. You got a purpose. So while he's sitting there observing his First Amendment right to do what he's doing, like the Declaration of Independence says so, for us to enjoy ourselves in our rights to do so and exercise.
First, and then, you know.
And that's why they put me in handcuffs. They took me out of handcuffs. Like I said, I'm not out here trying to stir up trouble. I was sitting out here.
And like I said, brother, we don't know that until we get here. Some people have different views.
Yeah, this game right on that.
Versus a flicking off.
Let's do that.
Versus we don't know. Like they call
We don't
fire
know.
alarm.
Did you hear that? Ladies and gentlemen, can you believe we don't know goes both ways when there's not a crime afoot? There's only one way to go when there's not a crime afoot. If you don't know, then you should know, right? And if you don't know, you don't touch. It's just that simple. That's why I don't respect most law enforcement because they're liars. So what if you're good at your job? So what if 9 times out of 10 you're right? You're breaking the law. That makes you a criminal. You're a felon. You are no different from any of the people that you arrest.
Firearms is definitely different than just.
Yeah, sure. You guys have to
That's
respond.
integrity. That's it. You know, the word integrity and lawful is in Terryville, Ohio, at least 500 times.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then once
You
we
just-
figure
yeah.
out what we got, and for our own safety, until we know what we got, we're going to temporarily detain. Within our
Just as
legal
quick
right
as
to be
they,
able to do
just
that.
as quick as they went on, they
And
come
then-
off just as quick.
That's exactly
Exactly.
right. As
And
soon as
listen
we
to
did,
the cops when, and listen to him. He sounds like a bootlicker. Listen to what he just said. As quick as they went on, they come off. Look, oh my God. He just lost what all the credibility he ever had with me. I'll never trust this guy. He couldn't pay me. He couldn't give me his channel. That's how much shame I have for this. And I'm not talking. I'm telling the truth.
and then once
You
we
just-
figure
yeah.
out what we
You
got,
should
and
know
for our
that.
own safety, until we know
I
what we
get it.
got, we're going to temporarily detain. Within our
Just as
legal
quick
right to
as
be able to do
just
that.
as quick as they went on,
Isn't that what
they
they
come
want?
off just as
That's
quick.
exactly right. As soon
You
as we
ain't
determine.
teaching these guys nothing. The only thing that you gave that brother right there that detained you, put them cuffs on you, is more authority and no more supremacy. That's all you did.
Whether or not there actually is a
And
crime or not.
everybody that's watching, they're saying, dang, I don't want to carry my gun. I'm intimidated. I'm going to get shot. So now you can't enjoy your Second Amendment. Declaration of Independence is not for you guys. It's only for them. It's only for the so-called made-up sovereign citizens. You know, that's my oxymoron, of course. Only a moron would think that, and a bootlicker and a cop says that all the time. So that's why they're morons, because they don't know it's an oxymoron. It says oxymoron, moron.
They immediately come off.
You're either sovereign or you're a citizen. You can't be both. You're either sovereign to the laws and you're not subjected to the laws, or you're subjected to the laws. Wake up. Figure out which one of the sovereign of the citizen he is.
And like I said,
The pie without the
I
bowler,
or
or the bowler without the pie. You don't have, or the narcissistic without the personality, right? The 301 narcissistic personality disorder. It's like it's like saying the personality without the narcissistic, or the vice versa. A narcissistic personality disorder. You choose any way you want to. I don't care.
know that my firearm never left the store. 100%.
Listen, like we said, we can only go off
What was called.
The only thing we're trying to work on right now is that you're currently on probation. You're not anymore, or
We're on probation. Right now, they currently have me on a hang monitor. And I have to go there every month.
Pretty much.
So you're on an income
I agree with that.
The only thing I have to do is stay 1,000 feet away
I
from
got
sector.
ya.
That's the only thing I have. Okay. No, there's nothing. It's a protection order, but it's only for 1,000 feet from Clearwater.
Now let me stop this and read this. The only thing to stay back after illegal detention is you can't take back a right violation. Cuffs me off. The crime is permitted history. There it is. He's got it. He's got it.
West Coast of Florida and set it right here. Right. I live 180 miles away.
Well, technically, it's still some form of monitoring.
41K.
It's a bond.
I like that.
Something.
But so I'm
I'm allowed to do whatever I want. As long as I don't break the law. When I'm on bond, as long as I don't break the law, I'm allowed to do whatever I want. I'm free to do whatever I want as long as I don't break the law.
to a certain extent.
You might be right.
No, there's no provision. The only provision is I have to stay 1,000 feet away from the residence. So it's like I pull up on the North County. You got me, right?
Yeah, you see that? Now he's going to stop recording and continue to talk to these people that literally
would shoot him for what they believe to be right and honest and trustworthy because they didn't know. They didn't know, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let me break it down. Let's just go to the Supreme Court and find out. March 2015, the object from the suspect, a hunch or inarticulable suspicion that is an object, is a weapon, is not sufficient basis to uphold the freaking further truth of probable cause. Next. You guys go and read all these. I already read them all. I know. These are all under Terry v. Ohio. That could be her inarticulable plane that continues to no longer linger on it. That could be her broken bone, as if she reported an ongoing unresolved wrist issues and not sustained by reasonable articulable suspicion. Let's see. Supreme Court California decision, inarticulable message. Additionally, we think that an effective presentation of the merits of the petition depends not only on the petitioner, but reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. Jesus Christ. I mean, I can't go on. I'm not going to make him look any more retarded than I already have. Because, it's just that simple. You've been doing this long and you're not breaking the law. That's a lawsuit right there. It's an illegal detainment and it's a Fourth Amendment violation. It's exactly what McFadden effed up on when he put the cuffs on that guy, swirled him around in 1968 just because he was black standing on a corner perpetrating a fraud. That's not a crime, though. You guys understand that? Now I'm done. I'm done with this guy. Now, let me further to after they cops playing him and he gives him a fist bump. And here, look at this fist bump shit. Look.
You're good. All right.
All right. If you get any more calls,
Do me a favor. I know. Just do me a favor. Do me a favor.
I might just go ahead and just throw the shirt over it.
Just,
Look at him. He's making them feel better, ladies and gentlemen. What's the difference between a bootlicker? Tell me. You guys need to be honest, man. Go and tell him what he did wrong. He needs to learn.
That's even worse.
It looks like I'm happy to see you.
That's fine. You're totally fine. Just obviously.
Nothing wrong. You're totally fine. I'm still cop-splaining you. I just ran up with you, and I just did and wiggled it all up in there, and he saw in it and seized in it. And here, give me a fist bump.
Just be mindful of what people are going to perceive, especially if you're, whatever the case is. We can't stop what other people when they see what these guys are called.
I get it. And that's why I was like, hey, I'm not going to resist.
Cooperative the way that you are,
okay,
you're going to get this type of result every single
The more bootlickers you are, the more we get this over with.
time.
I get
we're
it.
well educated on the law. We
I'm
understand.
well educated on the law. Oh, you are? Hey, pig, guess what? I just told you the 1964 decision is nationwide. That's why you are a pignoramus. We got the number one pignoramus of the day. He is number one. Number two and number three.
It's right. We can and we can't do. And in this case here, you're perfectly legal to walk around and carry it. You're good to go.
Other than my
Perfectly well to do what you knew you were doing. You were perfectly well to assemble. You were perfectly well to observe your Second Amendment right. You were perfectly well to stay within your Fourth. and your fifth and shut your fucking mouth.
If I broke the law,
And you are free to leave too, by the way. So
Yeah.
if you want to leave
Yeah.
us or
Yeah, no,
whatever.
Before they cuffed you, you just didn't know. Look, you could talk all that talk. You just didn't want to take the ride, right? You didn't want to take the ride because you're getting the views, dog. All you care about is the money. And that's why I disrespect you. I don't like you because of that. But I'm not telling you guys not to like him. That's just me. Okay? I like what he's done, but I heard him say something to me 5 years ago, and I'll never forget it. And I got a clip of it. And if he wants to call me a liar, I'll embarrass the shit out of him.
and I'll let you all do your thing, and you guys can, and then me and this person I don't know.
think he can get here.
Then we'll go about our day, and you know, we have no ill will.
Yeah, I got it.
This is not about ill will or nothing.
Just remember, like, not everybody is this type of. This is fairly.
Are you scared of Trump? Are you scared of Trump, homeboy?
Exactly.
Well, at least now you know there's a couple of dingalangs running around. You know, one with a firearm and
You also got
camera.
to keep in mind, and unless like it's a protest or something like that, sidewalks is a city ordinance. So if you're walking, not standing, unless you're protesting, something like that. So you read up on our website on the City of Fort Pierce, the city ordinance.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a one if I did not prove to you what I just said right now. He needs to see this. Don't you be a bootlicker now. Give me a one if I proved myself right. Come on, let everybody see it.
How to utilize the sidewalks and the crosswalks.
Yeah, because that's what I was doing. I walked from that side to this side to that side, and then I came over here, and then it is what it
You're
is.
good to go. All right.
All right, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Yes, hey,
Enjoy your day.
Now, some of you may be asking yourselves, Zach, why didn't you press this issue on this sidewalk ordinance that this corporal was explaining to you? Well, I'll explain why. The reason I didn't press it was because the armed fisherman almost went to jail as far as what we were concerned with. And I did not want to
So
keep
you're
them
not
there
concerned about your rights at all, then?
any longer to try to escalate it. It was all being de-escalated. I didn't want to, stick around too much longer. But basically, on a public sidewalk, it is a traditional public
No,
forum.
you
And as
should
long
not
as you're not
resist.
blocking or
He
obstructing,
should have told them that an inarticulable hunch is not good enough for you to seize my gun. He should have been educating them, and he wasn't. He let them cop-splain him. He let them violate his rights. He's like, man, look, you guys, I'm allowed to carry, and all they did was cop-splain him and said, oh, we had suspicion because somebody called in. We didn't know if you were swinging that gun around or not. Just like McFadden didn't know if a fact that Terry had the gun under there. It was a inarticulable hunch, and Johnson said no. And that's why he overturned it.
the sidewalk from other people being able to use it or walk through. And you can't
This is what
turn
I have.
constitutional
This is the problem that
protected
I have with
activity
this community.
into a
You all
crime, such as
be your
recording
bootlickers.
from a public sidewalk,
I
like
was
what
saying,
I was
what? You
doing
know
across
what,
the street.
Shannon?
I was
I
standing
give
in
you
one
your
spot,
props.
more or less,
You know
recording.
I
I wasn't
proved it,
protesting, as
but
this
you don't want
corporal was
to
saying,
go
according to
against
the ordinance,
you lefties,
apparently,
right?
unless you're
Right?
protesting, you can't stand on a
Especially,
sidewalk,
this is
which is
public
absolutely
service.
ridiculous.
Oh my
Yep.
God.
All right, guys.
Have a good one.
Good one. Stay
Take care
safe
of
out
my
there.
border boys. I got you. I like Steve,
Sorry
but
for
it's like,
the-
just like these gang members out here. You are no different. I have no respect for you, and I hope you hate my guts. Please stay that way. Don't ever talk to me. Stay the fuck away from me.
The whole conundrum.
You ain't got to apologize to me, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Hi, baby. Now, listen to what Liberty Troll says. Liberty Troll impressed me right here.
Well, it could have been a lot worse.
I love that.
I thought they were going to come after you.
Really? What made you think that? Were they looking over there at me like, what the hell is that guy doing?
Like the first couple drove over there. They were by you, and then I went to the CVS and came back out, and then I walked over here,
Mhm.
and the next thing you know, I hear
Point, dude.
she showed up. She
Yeah.
pulls up first, and then all of a sudden I hear all these cop sirens, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, we're still standing.
Yeah.
I don't care if you hear me talking. I don't care if you're here or not. Go on and be yourself, man. You just be yourself, because one day when I win this and I get my variety in this community, they will give me that respect because I'm going to earn it. You'll see.
Let's keep walking because they're ordinance, right?
I don't care what their ordinance says. I'm going to stand on the sidewalk and record. As long as I'm out of the way, I don't give a shit what the ordinance says.
Your ordinance don't mean shit. Dude, I thought I was going to jail. I honestly did.
Yeah, that told me everything. He was scared. If you're going to carry a gun for as long as he has, and it being the professional on firearms as he says he is, why in the Sam hell would he be fearful of going to jail? He's got what, over 2,000 videos? Are you crapping me?
So it's not considered.
And that little case he's got, it has nothing to do with any type of being a ward of the court when it comes to his constitutional rights and the enjoyment of his constitutional rights. Had nothing to do with it. It's just a personal protection order.
Like a probation or whatever that you're on. Okay, that's what I figured. I listened to it. I hope my mic picked it up.
I'm just out on bond. That's all I am. I have a protection order.
You should have been. People look at you all the time and they say this guy's been around a while, and you should have been the first one to put a number 1 in there. Wolfie, you proved your case. Wolfie, you're right. We don't like bootlickers. Maybe we should correct this behavior. I'm not trying to be Direct D and call out these guys. I'm Fisherman. I don't like you, not because of what you just did, what you said to me to my face from camera to camera. I asked you a question 5 years ago while you were on the poor dirt farmer over there bootlicking with him against me. You took a side because you didn't even know me, so you decided to say, I do it for the views, Wolfie. And you laughed your ass off, and I got that clip. That's why I disrespect you.
Well, wow, you had,
and you proved it. I have your voice and your face for 5 seconds saying that, and boom, this video gives me all. I knew I was right from the very beginning.
Sheriffs, local law enforcement.
All right. I think it's time for some lunch.
I want to fuck with him on the sidewalk.
Now, you hear that? That's what impressed me about him. Because you do know the supremacy clause and civil rights, you know how they intertwine? Because civil rights became federal law in 1968. So any state law that would contradict a federal law is definitely overridden and superseded. Look at it. Title VI, Clause 2.
Because I will take an arrest on that shit. Absolutely. I'm going to fucking
win it in appellate court. And then you go around and now you got some variety. Then you get some visibility on your true narrative, on what you really want to change. Because you took the ride. You stuck to your guns. You sweated it out. You got out. You fought it. You beat it. And you sued them and you win it. Because that's what I'm doing.
Sidewalk, motherfucker.
This is your fucking thing, dude. I came along for the ride.
I can't talk about the last case. I can't. I had to end it the way it was. But it was good for me. Because I said everything. Everything I said was a fact.
I almost
I can't
took the ride, dude. What are you talking about? I almost took that fucking ride today. I was just like, look, I'm not. And then they're trying to unholster my gun. And I'm like, look, slow. Take it nice and slow. I'm like, I just don't want to get shot with my own gun. The only reason I'm out here is because I thought I was going to be you. I didn't think they were going to roll up on me fucking 5 deep.
Yeah, I heard the sirens and then they stopped in the middle of the street. I'm like, oh shit, it's Michael Taylor.
There's plenty more of content where that came from,
both
Liberty
did.
Trollers. Don't
And
forget
both
to
sides.
subscribe to Solo Yacker, also known as the Armed Fisherman, right here, Michael Taylor.
I
He
think it was more
actually
the
went
Democratic
out with
Party
me
than it
to
was
the
anybody else.
sidewalk audits that I conduct outside of weed dispensaries, and he was going into some of these dispensaries that I was auditing, acting as a customer so that he could let people know in there that there's someone outside on a sidewalk recording, namely myself.
Are you asking me that? Neither one of them, because they're this wing of the same bird. Come on, go on with your game. You know I love you, but South Gump. Look, guys, I'm done. Y'all have a great day, man. I think I made my point. There's tons of case law on it. All right, you can't just not have a crime that you don't see that's going to be afoot or was afoot. You cannot take suspicion. That's why the Terry doctrine came from reasonable, articulable suspicion of the crime. You got to articulate it before you touch me. This ain't a traffic stop. He's on the sidewalk.
More
Anyway.
quickly, instead of me having
You guys,
someone to notice me out on a sidewalk. So we saved a lot of time doing that, and we got some
I think I made my point with both of these guys. You know, nobody's perfect, and people come against each other for the dumbest reasons these days. And I have every reason not to like the people I don't like. I do, and I need to stick to my guns and not forgive them. Literally, just forget these people because they're biased and they're serving a master. You know, I pay because I don't want my house taken, and I can't fight the whole police station. That don't make me a bootlicker. That makes me under duress. All I was saying was the solo yacker should have, while under duress, should have taught them and stripped their qualified immunity. All right, I gotta go. You guys have a great day. God bless. See you. Wouldn't want to be.